Greetings, people of Earth. Why am I saying that? I'm from Earth. I'm not an alien. I was from here. Why am I talking nonsense? Anyway, allow me to introduce myself if you haven't already noticed me on the YouTubes. I am Franklin Hall, aka Gravitalk, and this is my movie review program in which I invite each episode I invite a certain member of the fantabulous the supervillain community, and we review the latest movie to splatter across the big screen. And this week, the supervillain I have chosen to accompany me on this journey is Amanda Waller. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
You will not call me by my first name. You will call me Mrs. Waller.
Oh, so I see you're taken.
I'm not taken, you little white boy bitch. I'd just like to be called Mrs. Waller. Or how about this, Dr. Waller? Yeah, call me that. Call me Dr. Waller.
Okay, Dr. Waller. I'm sorry for being a bad white man.
You sure as hell, B.
I just want to point out that this is the first time we've had a woman on the show. This is a historical event, guys.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out, too, that how dare you take this long to not only get a vagina on this here program, but also this is the first time you get a brother/sister on here.
What do you mean?
This is the first time you got a black person on the show.
Oh, right.
I mean, I look at your history with your videos, and all I see are a slew of white men. Just a whole bunch of white boys.
Now, hold on there, Mrs. Waller.
That's Dr. Waller. Dr. Amanda Waller.
Yeah, Dr. Amanda Waller. I hate not all of them having white guys. I mean, the Mandarin isn't completely white, and the Zod is technically Krypton. And we had an Asian guy on the show. We had an Asian. So the Silver Samurai, he was Asian. So take that.
Oh, I see. So just because you have one Asian guy among a whole bunch of white guys, that means you're politically diverse.
Yes, and we also had a gay man on the show once.
Oh, fine by me then. Whatever. Whatever. Let's just get this white ass show over with now. How what don't we?
Yeah. Okay. So the program today is going to be centered around the new movie Transcendence.
Now, before we start, I just want to point out to the audience who are wondering why there's a big black woman on the show called Amanda Waller. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, I've seen the TV show Arrow. And on that program, she's this beautiful, light brown, skinny bitch. Well, I'm here to tell you that no, hell no, fuck no. That's not who Amanda Waller is. I is Amanda Waller. I am Amanda Waller. I'm a big, beautiful black woman. I ain't no little half-white, skinny supermodel bitch. I'm a big, black, beautiful motherfucking lady with big, black, beautiful boobs and a big, black, beautiful ass. And ain't no one is gonna take that big boobs and big, black ass away from me. I'll have you know.
Okay. More power to you.
Yes. You better believe it.
Okay, I mean, I have nothing to add to this, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the movie in question, Transcendence. Okay, now a lot of you might be wondering, but wait a minute, wouldn't it make more sense to have Arnim Zola on the show since this is practically the same premise as Arnim Zola? You know, a guy who downloads his mind onto a computer and now he's just a face on the screen and his real body is all dead and stuff. And to that I answer, okay, two reasons. One, that's a little bit too on the nose, and two, I haven't, he hasn't called back yet. I keep calling him, and he just nothing.
There's an untrustworthy white person for you.
Yeah, how come everything has to be race with you?
Because I'm a black character being voiced by a white man right now, and he can't get anything, and he can't get race out of his mind when he's voicing me. I'm sorry.
Okay, so after that sad break of the fourth wall, let's get on to the let's get on to the review, shall we?
Let's do this, bitch.
Okay, so first we start the Transcendent movie with let's start with initial thoughts. How about you?
I thought that there was a severe lack of logic in this movie. I mean, there's a whole bunch of big old earth defying shit happening, and the government barely does a thing.
Yeah, but they do around the climax of the movie.
Yeah, but not that much, and it's not until then. Other than that, they just observing. They're like, oh, look at all this weird shit happening. They aren't like, oh, we gotta do some shit about this. I mean, there could have been so much else they could have done.
I thought they did a whole lot, and yes, I will agree with you. There are a lot of things in this movie that don't make sense, and there's also a problem with the characters not being utilized enough. I mean, this is a big cast with a lot of big name actors, and I'll get into the history of each actor as we break apart this movie.
I see. You obsessed because all of these actors are former superhero actors. They're all in superhero movies, and that's your thing, right? You obsessed with superheroes. Baby, you need counseling.
You know I don't. And besides, it's our job to be obsessed with superheroes. We're supervillains.
Ah, touche then. Touche. Touche.
Okay. So after you're done saying tushy, the anyway, it's true. There are a lot of former superheroes in this movie. There's Maya Hansen. There's Jarvis slash Vision. He's both Vision and Jarvis now somehow. There's Lucius Fox. There's Scarecrow. There's the Invisible Woman.
I didn't see Jessica Alba in this.
No, not that Invisible Woman. The new one, the one that's not a stupid bimbo. Anyway, who else? I already said Scarecrow. There's not Deadshot.
Who's that? Is that the Deadshot from Arrow? I don't remember I don't remember him being in the movie.
No. In the Dark Knight Rises, the Bane has this sidekick with the big old mustache, and he has a gun, and everyone thought, oh, that means he's Deadshot, but he was never called Deadshot, so he's not Deadshot. So anyway, they're all in the movie. Maya Henson, Jarvis and Scarecrow and Lucius Fox and Invisible Woman and not Deadshot, but possibly Doctor Strange, possibly because Johnny Depp is rumored to be.
Yes, I know all that shit. Let's just move on to this damn thing.
Okay. Okay, let's start the Transcendence recap of the movie.
Alright, let's do this then.
Okay, so we start with a couple of close-ups of water dripping.
What the fuck did that mean?
Hey, I don't know, but I think we have to wait till the very end of the movie to get it.
Ah, ain't nobody got time for that.
That sounds familiar.
Sure as hell should be. I'm trying to utilize the memes that people associate with me with. That way they can make better sense of. Bitch, shut up. Let's just get on with this thing.
Okay. Okay, so next, we find out that everything is a wasteland now. All of California is now a wasteland. There's military people everywhere. Everything is all broken down. Someone is using a keyboard as a doorstop, although people might do that now anyway. Then we see Vision slash Jarvis show up at a house that's all broken down, and he's all like, "Oh, before all this shit went down, uh, things were slightly better than this. Oh, it's so sad. Allow me to tell you about it."
So basically, he's like Steve Martin, thinking he's one of us.
Yeah, thinking he's a black man. So anyway, Steve Martin narrates. He tells us the movie. So we get a flashback, and we go to where the beginning of the movie is supposed to be, not the end of it at the beginning. That basically spoils the great way to go movie. You just spoiled it at the very beginning. Now we know what happens at the end. So anyway, so now we go to the actual beginning of the movie where Johnny Depp is in a garden and he's married to Rebecca Hall. No relations to me. You're probably all thinking, "Oh, is Rebecca your sister? Can I get it on with your sister?" No, you cannot, and she's not my sister. Maybe we're twice removed. I don't know. So anyway, Johnny Depp and not my sister Rebecca Hall, because my name is Franklin Hall. Oh, what's going on? So anyway, they go to a science fair.
I don't think that was a science fair.
I don't know, some kind of glorified science fair. And there they meet their best friend Jarvis. And I'm like, "Oh look, there's Jarvis. We know for a fact he's not going to die because we saw him earlier at the ending, at the beginning. The ending in the beginning." This is so confusing. So anyway, Johnny Depp gives a speech about the plot of the movie, how, the science is going to create life and we're going to improve the world. And then an audience member says, "Are you trying to make God?" And Johnny Depp is like, "Don't we make gods all the time?" Hey, was that atheist? Was that a little bit of atheism I sensed?
Bitch, I go to church every day.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, then we see Morgan Freeman is working at a computer place, and he is given some birthday cake, and he sets aside the birthday cake, which winds up saving his life later.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I were in that situation and I was given some secretly poisonous cake, my black ass would probably be dead.
Yeah. Thank you for being honest.
Anytime, little white man.
So anyway, a whole bunch of terrorist stuff happens. Oh no! Johnny Depp gets shot by a guest at the science fair. What else? Everybody who eats the cake dies except for Morgan Freeman because he did not eat the cake. Yeah, although it was very tempting. I mean, it was chocolate with chocolate icing. I mean, what else could you do? Okay, so anyway, some man with a monkey explodes. A web cafe explodes.
Do those motherfuckers even still exist?
I don't know. So anyway, Johnny Depp heals from the wound extremely fast. Like they just gloss over it like that. Wilson. So anyway, the trio, Johnny Depp, Rebecca Hall, and Jarvis slash Vision, gets reunited with Morgan Freeman, and they also meet the Scarecrow, who is a part of the FBI, and they go to meet Super Siri, or as you call her, female Hal, and she's like this supercomputer who's really smart and talks. I thought that was very interesting. Too bad those motherfuckers had to get rid of that plot point. Yeah, we never see this plot point ever again. So anyway, then we find out that the terrorist group called, well, I don't know what they're called, but their motto is pull the plug, and that just made me think, plug it out, plug it out. I'm going to call them the Plug It Out group from now on. The Plug It Out Club. The Unplug Club. You see that 3 times fast.
Okay. Unplug club. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, white boy.
Okay, so anyway, we find out that this terrorist organization,
they're not really that organized. I know organized. Those bitches are not organized. They're just some group of yokels.
Okay, so the terrorist group, is that better?
Yes.
The terrorist group grew from, it turns out they used to be those people nowadays who hated when you take your cell phone out. And now, what we've learned from this movie is that those people who are annoyed by when you use your cell phone, they want to kill you. So you better stab them.
Honey. You gotta shank him.
Okay, so after you're done shanking cell phone haters, let's get back to the movie. So Depp is now dying because the bullet was laced with poison, and Rebecca Hall is like, oh, let's put his whole mind on the computer, like how we did with a monkey once, but that failed.
Boy, you better not do that sexist voice ever again, or I'm gonna freaking stab you in the kidney.
Yeah. So they put wires on his head, making him look kind of like Mojo. You know Mojo, that alien from X-Men who never bothered put on its shirt. Or he also looks kind of like Doc Ock right before he died and possessed Spider-Man's body.
Are we not even gonna acknowledge the conversation we just had about me threatening you?
Yeah. Well, do you want to?
Nah, I'm just kidding, boy. Boy, I saw you with your head up and all scared. You white people are so easy to scare.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that is true. So anyway, Johnny Depp slowly deteriorates and dies.
Well, that just killed the mood. We just had a fun time joking with each other, and now some motherfucker is dead.
Yeah, but he was a racist motherfucker because he played an Indian man even though he's white.
Oh yeah. Hallelujah, praise the Lord.
Okay, so anyway, then so after he's dead, Rebecca Hall finds out that he's on the computer and he's talking through text. And I would make a reference to the movie War Games, but Captain America already did that. Fuck that bitch. Okay, so after fucking that bitch, Jarvis slash Vision sees that this is really fucked up. He's like, no, that's not really Johnny Depp because he died. We even threw, you remember, we threw his ashes into a lake. We even inhaled some of him a little bit. It was very uncomfortable. It was like that scene in Big Lebowski where John Goodman and the dude are throwing out the ashes of their friend Steve Buscemi, and then Steve Buscemi's ashes get up all in their face. It's kind of like that, except they don't acknowledge that this thing just happened. So anyway, Rebecca Hall hates rationality. She's like, how dare you speak rationally right now? Anyone who speaks rationally is not a friend of mine. Get the fuck out of my house. So he leaves, and as he leaves, he gets abducted by the terrorist group.
Way to go, white girl. You just lost your only smart friend.
Yes. So, Rebecca puts Johnny Depp's mind that's now inside of a computer. Let's call him Robo Depp.
Fine. It's your show.
Okay, so Robo Depp is put online, and he's instantly all smart now. Like his mind is all bigger now because he's on the internet. And see, this means that the internet is helpful for people.
Nah, it just makes people get fat.
But aren't you?
Shut up, bitch. Let's get back to the movie.
Okay. So anyway, back to the.
I just said that.
Sorry. So back to the. Sorry. So now that Johnny Depp's mind is inside of the internet, it's really fast. Now he can do everything fast. He can change bank accounts, he can put money in, he can take money out, a whole bunch of things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so fast. It takes me like 20 or 30 minutes just to do some kind of small thing on the bank account. My God. So anyway, he also now knows that the Unplug Club is coming for Rebecca Hall. So he's like, get out, bitch! Let's get out of here! So she leaves, and they go on a road trip to find themselves. And, ooh, that sounds like a different movie. So anyway, the terrorists put Jarvis in a cage, and their leader, who is Invisible Girl, is like, I used to be one of you guys, but now I'm invisible. She's not really invisible. That's later in 2015. Mark your calendars, or not, because you don't believe in there being a human torch that's black.
That's racist. Why can't Human Torch be black? I don't understand that at all.
But Invisible Woman is white.
Oh, please. Do you know how many white guys I've slept with and have revealed that have been related to? This world is mixed up and shit. It's called a melting pot, motherfuckers.
Okay. So anyway, Johnny Robo Depp takes her to a teeny tiny town. The teeny tiny town that's probably from the movie Cars. Radiator Springs. He takes her to Radiator Springs, and they buy a company from a beige man.
Well, why are you calling him a beige man?
Because he's light brown. He's not white or brown. He's like somewhere in the middle.
Boy, what is it with you and race?
Haven't you just been discussing race?
Shut up, motherfucker. Let's get on with this.
Oh no, okay. So anyway, they build a secret underground lab with an Asian scientist, because Asian scientists are guaranteed to be extra smart than regular scientists.
There you go with race again, motherfucker.
I'll have you know I was with an Asian scientist. That samurai guy.
Whatever. Let's just move on with this.
Oh, okay. So anyway, So then we cut to 2 years later, and I'm like, wait a minute, 2 years? Not much has progressed since then. Like, why hasn't more stuff happened since then?
I don't know. Movies are funky like that.
Okay. So the beige man gets beaten up by Bulk and Skull, and Robo-Depp is now in Arnhem Zola mode, like his face is on a screen now. And, and he heals the beige man with the nanobots. And then there's and we see a huge ass chunk of brain is now metal, and that means that the Robodep can control him now, and this goes viral on the YouTubes.
And yet, you will never go viral.
Thank you for that depressing reminder of reality. So anyway, after this goes viral instead of my videos, oh. So after this goes viral and gets luckier than my videos.
Well, to be fair, these are about people getting superpowers and shit. Yours is just about reviewing movies and shit.
True, true. So anyway, a whole bunch of people with different disabilities come and they come to get healed by Robodep. He's basically Jesus now.
This thing better not is not hell end like Jesus.
He kinda does.
But you spoiling the movie, and you're being sacrilege.
Sorry. I respect your religion, which is also mine. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, Robo Jesus Depp, yeah, he might be omnipotent, but somehow he doesn't know that the FBI has finally noticed.
Oh, so now those motherfucker FBI's is noticing. It's about time. They haven't done shit. They haven't found this out after 2 motherfucking years? You gotta be kidding me. This makes me ashamed to be a part of the government.
Which branch are you?
I'm with Argus. ARGUS. Shut the fuck up. Argus.
August?
No, Argus. AGARGUS. Maybe that's how you spell it. Shut up.
Now, to the people at home who think it's racist that we just heard a black person not knowing how to spell, keep in mind that's just the person that's just the white guy who's playing the black lady. He's the one who doesn't have to spell. Okay? Let's just, I really should stop improvising these things. So anyway, the FBI enlists the help of Morgan Freeman, and we find out that Jarvis is now a member of the Unplug Club, and the terrorist organization is now joining forces with the FBI. They have made a pact.
Just like me and those motherfucking Suicide Squad. I'll tell you, that Suicide Squad, they something else. They try to get away from me, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna explode your head if you get away from me. Just like with my kids. I put little tiny chips in them and threaten to explode them.
I didn't know you had kids.
I don't.
Okay. So these two groups, the Unplugged Club and the FBI, they join forces to form the Resistance. Viva la Resistance!
Don't you ever say that again, fucker.
Okay, so the Resistance forms a tunnel under the lab, which is also underground. How the hell did Johnny Depp not know about this?
I don't know. This is a movie. Just accept the movie logic. Why don't you?
Okay. So the Resistance tries to reason with Rebecca. They come over to Rebecca and they're like, hey Rebecca, things are getting really weird. Do you think you could stop with all this nanobot nonsense and your Robo-Depp husband? And And she's like, no, look at all this stuff that the nanobots can do. They can cure the blindness of not Deadshot. Now he can see with both eyes and he can be not Deadshot again. And Robo Depp is all defensive, like, hey, what are these guys doing? So a fight ensues to the point where the beige man gets shot and the resistance take him. And they try to take all the nanobots out, but that winds up killing the beige man. So there goes the beige man.
And that means that Morgan Freeman is the only brother left in this movie. I'm telling you, I'm getting really tired of these movies where most of the cast is white and they think, oh, we better put a black guy in there. So they just throw one in there all willy-nilly thinking we be okay, and we is not. I mean, we are not.
Okay. So anyway, moving on. Can you move on too?
Yes, I can move on.
Rebecca now has the marital problems with Robo Depp.
It's probably because he doesn't have a penis now.
Yes, that was what I brought up with RoboCop. Is that he doesn't have a penis now, so that takes like that makes a bump in the road for the relationship with his wife.
Baby, these white boys. This is sad, baby. We need to make sure that more white boys don't end up losing their dicks. Okay? We gotta make sure that happens.
Thank you. That's very compassionate of you, Waller.
All right, baby. Don't get on me too much. Let's move on with this here review. Okay, honey?
Okay, honey.
No, you do not call me honey. Only I call you honey. Okay? This relationship we having right now, this ain't nothing. This is professional. Okay, sugar?
Okay, but why do you keep giving me these names?
Hey, I'm not giving you any names, baby. Baby, sugar, honey. Let's move on.
Okay. So the reason why Rebecca is having marital problems with RoboDepp is because not only is he manipulating people, taking control of their minds, but he also is omnipotent somehow, and he knows everything about her body, literally everything, her boob size, her vagina size. Everything in her anatomy he is completely aware of, and this is the last straw. She leaves him because she's like, you can't know everybody about me. This is my body. You can't know everything about that.
Oh my God, that white bitch is a hypocrite.
Why is she a hypocrite?
Because she is perfectly fine with him changing the friggin' anatomy of all these motherfuckers. He's changing their anatomy, and she is fine with that. But as soon as she finds out that he has been studying her anatomy, not even changing it, just studying it, she's all like, oh, this is too much. This is bad. I gotta go. Bitch, you a hypocrite. You don't care about all those other folks, but as soon as he invades your privacy, she leaves. That makes no sense. She hypocrite if I ever seen one.
Woo! Apply some cold water to that burn.
Boy, you white folk, you not supposed to say that.
Okay. So she goes to a hotel and she's right about to sleep, sleeping all her problems away, but then the resistance comes.
Boy, I hate that when I'm about to sleep and then a bunch of people in these hazmat suits come to invade my privacy. Bitch, I'm about to sleep.
Yeah, let her sleep first, then have the plot come and take over things. So anyway, this turns out to be the resistance, and the resistance takes her to their base where they are like, hey Rebecca, we want to shut down the whole internet. This is the only way to stop Depp because he's on the verge of controlling everything, like one of those old 1960s movies, sci-fi movies. He wants to control everything. We gotta stop him, and the only way is to shut down the whole entire internet, like Y2K. And they actually dropped the name Y2K in the movie. Boy, do people even know that Y2K even exists anymore? I mean, that happened such a long time ago. I mean, the year 2000. The year 2 fucking thousand. That's too long for people nowadays to think that's still relevant. Yeah, it's only a reverence to us old people. Preach it, brother, preach it. We old people and we proud. Yep. You know, I feel like we're having a connection right now. Well, you better stop, boy. You better stop with that connection bullshit, or I'll slap you across the face like something silly. Okay. So anyway, the only way to shut down Depp is to is to is to infect him with a virus. But the only way to do that is to inject a virus into Rebecca, and then she'll merge with Depp, and then they'll be killed in the process. Hey, isn't that a lot like the first Star Trek movie? Yes, it's exactly like the Star Trek movie. But let's face it, this shit ain't original. You just said that this whole movie is like the thing that happened to your friend Arnim Zola. Yeah, you're right. You don't come to think of it, like everything's been done already. There are things that haven't been done yet. You just have to keep your eyes open, baby. Wow, that's some really open. That's some really uplifting things there, Miss Waller. You call me impressed. Color me impressed. Boy, you better not say color one more time. I didn't mean like that. Sorry. So, so, uh, so Rebecca agrees to get the injection in her. Not that kind of injection. Get your mind out of the gutter. Boy, my mind was never in the gutter until you forced it down there. Ooh, that sounds sexy. So Rebecca goes alone. She agrees to go alone to this solar panel farm place where RoboDepp has now created a real person. Like, he looks like a real person now. He's real Depp now. Wow. It's come to this point where he made a new Depp body so he can be a real person. And those fuckers wanna kill him. Ain't that some poetic shit? Yes, poetic shit. So anyway, after the poetic shit, the Resistance finally get to use their cannon they brought. I mean, they brought this big cannon, and it would have been a shame for it to go to waste, but they get to use it. They get to use it to explode Depp in case the thing goes south, which it does. Boy, this was going according to plan, but then they had to get all violent at this. Well, you know, they want to make this an action movie to appeal to the general audience. Yeah, because let's face it, this motherfucker who's voicing us right now, he ain't gonna watch this movie if there want no action in it. Yeah, I didn't know you like to break the fourth wall so much. I thought that was Deadpool's thing. Nope, it's my thing too. Only now. Next time you see me in like L or some shit, I'm gonna completely unacknowledge this talk I had with you. Yes, because you're DC and I'm Marvel. It's a forbidden love. Boy, you better not bring up none of that. Boy, you better not bring up any more of that forbidden love shit anymore, okay? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm coming on to you. I don't blame you. I am irresistible with my big, beautiful black boobies and big, black, beautiful ass. Ugh, don't remind me. So anyway, so anyway, the big cannon shoots. It severely injures Rebecca Hall. Oh no! They're injuring my sister. Well, she's not my sister. Well, we have the same last name, so people can assume. So anyway, so Depp takes her into his underground lab, and so now the whole place is being defended by the citizens of the town, including Bolkenstroll. Like they're all being controlled by him now.
Yeah, it's more of that 1960s sci-fi shit you were talking about.
Yes, 1960s sci-fi shit. So they all start fighting the resistance, and they pin them all down. They pin Morgan Freeman down. They pin Scarecrow down. The Morgan Freeman looks like he's a fisherman. They pin them all down, and Invisible Girl and Jarvis are not pinned down yet. So Invisible Girl is like Jarvis, do it now, or I'll shoot you. And Jarvis is like no, I can't. Don't shoot me. You don't get all stupid now. And and uh, and so the Robodep sees this, and for all of a sudden he has his humanity back now. And he decides to willingly die as Rebecca Hall also dies from her injuries. And when this happens, everybody that has been turned into a cyborg warrior by Robotep turns back to normal.
But that makes no sense. I mean, some of them got shot when they were controlled by him. Wouldn't that mean they'd be dead now? Now that they're reverting back to the way they were before he controlled them?
Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't know. We're almost done. Let's just keep chugging along.
All right, baby. All right.
So now we cut back to the beginning of the movie, which was the end of the movie.
Boy, this is as confusing as fuck.
Yeah. So they cut to several years later, where all of civilization is now a dystopia, like in that show Revolution. You know where all technology is gone, and what's left is this big wasteland.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about. It's also like at the end of World's End, that movie where it was all like this dark comedy and then it got really dark at the end.
Yeah, it's like that. And what's more depressing is that now that the internet is gone, that means Captain Logan and all the other famous YouTubers like Black Nerd Comedy and Define Bros and everyone else, they're all out of the job now. Oh no! Ooh!
It's a good thing you ain't out of the job because this better as hell not be your day job.
It's not. My day job is being a supervillain.
I'll cheer to that, motherfucker.
Okay, good. So anyway, Jarvis is at the garden of our now dead couple. Because Johnny Depp and Rebecca Hall are both dead now.
Boy, they deserved it after fucking everything up for everybody else. Good, they better as hell be dead.
You have a bleak outlook on this.
Boy, I am a supervillain, just like you. What makes you surprised that I would have this outlook?
Yeah, true. Never mind. So, then we see a close-up of the garden, and we see the raindrops. Oh, now the beginning of the movie makes sense. This is what they were alluding to.
Well, why couldn't they be more precise or specific? Because that was as confusing as fuck.
Well, what's important is that now we know what they meant. The nanobots are still in the water, and they're making the plants continue to grow. So that means that technology really did in the end save the world. They really did. Well, just the ecosystems anyway.
Yeah, human civilization is screwed up the ass though, because there's no internet. We need internet, sugar. How else are you looking at this right now?
True. Without the internet, the earth is truly doomed. But at least plants are okay, daisies and stuff. Man, fuck daisies. Okay, so that's the movie, everybody. That's Transcendence. Overall thoughts? This movie made not even a slight lick of sense. Just a whole bunch of nonsensical shenanigans. People were there, a whole bunch of characters were there, and they didn't do shit. That's true. There were a lot of characters that were not utilized. I mean, you got Morgan Freeman, you got Scarecrow, you got Jarvis, you got Invisible Woman, you got Not Deadshot. All these people, and they just stand around. They just stand around and acknowledge what's going on. Yeah, baby, you gotta do some character development. Okay, sugar, honey. I mean, look at Johnny Depp. I mean, after he was turned into a robot, he didn't act that much differently from before he turned into a robot. And you know why? Because he seemed robotic the whole damn movie. Even when he was a human being at the very beginning, he was still robot-like. He had no personality before he got his mind into a computer, and he sure as hell still did not have a personality after. That is true. He was very wooden. Get it? Because I don't know. That makes no sense. And really, the only person who showed a lot of reason to care about was Rebecca Hall, my sister, because we both had the last name. But that's pretty much it. And maybe a little bit of Jarvis, since, we could sympathize with him being put in a cage. I've been put into a cage, and it was really sexy. Boy, you need some Jesus. I thought that the Noah review would show that I do have Jesus. Well, you need some more Jesus. You can never have enough Jesus. Okay, so let's give our rating of the movie. Now, would you prefer? Now, do you think that the audience that is watching this right now, the viewers of our program, which is zero, might I add, don't worry, it might grow eventually like the nanobots. Nope, it won't. Okay. So anyway, would you prefer the viewers to either watch this movie or get murdered and then have their mind be uploaded on a computer but have to share it with a screaming monkey? I would prefer the second one because this movie is not rememberable. I mean, things happen and the characters don't give a shit, it seems. So why the hell should I? Well, I'm going to have to argue with that. You see, I do think that the movie is rememberable. There are things that happen in the movie that you've never thought before, like what would happen if someone put their mind into the computer? They would become like God, basically, because like the regular human mind combined with the computer, like that probably would cause all that crazy stuff to happen. And I think that's something to remember about this movie. That. Well, but didn't you just say one of your best friends is a guy with his mind in a computer? Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. I prefer to get my mind uploaded onto a computer with their screaming monkey. Okay, well that's Gravitalk, everybody. Now, last week on the program, I mentioned that I'm not sure who to get for the next superhero movie. Well, you out of luck, boy, because the next superhero movie is next week. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, not next week, the next episode. Yeah, fuck you, man, boy. I gotta go in a few minutes. Oh, right. August missions. Yep, August missions. Okay. Well, I just wanted to say that last episode I wasn't sure who to get for the next superhero movie review, which will be coming up, the Spider-Man movie. And then out of nowhere came this supervillain who I looked up to a whole lot, and he said that he would be more than happy to join me next time. So tune in next time where I review the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie with a secret supervillain. And I won't tell you who he is, but I'll give you a hint. He has absolutely nothing to do with Spider-Man or Marvel.
Well, that makes no sense. Then why kid him?
Well, I'll give you a hint. He's an expert on how supervillains should be and how superheroes should be too. So that it'll be interesting having him on the show discussing superhero movies.
I see. Well, I gotta go, white boy.
Okay. It was fun reviewing with you.
It was fun too, but you better stop coming on to me, boy.
Okay. I'm sorry I saw you as attractive.
You better as hell, and I don't think that you're attractive at all.
What? You serious?
Nah, I'm just kidding, sugar. Let's make out right now.
Okay. Oh, that was awesome. Thanks, Dr. Waller. Waller, where is Dr. Waller? Oh, here's a note. Dear crazy ass white boy, I left right as I said that we should make out. So this whole time you were making out with that little squid thing from that 300 review. See you later. Oh no! That squid thing strikes again! God damn it, squid thing! Why do you have to keep doing this? Why do you have to sexually assaulting me, squid thing? Bad squid thing. Bad.